Hello! Today I want to talk about exporting different resolution images from Procreate. Normally we create our designs in the largest size possible at 300 dpi and then we share or export them as JPEGs or PNGs, and we know we have the highest resolution, best quality image possible. This is perfect if we want to print our design or upload it to somewhere like Spoonflower. But what about when you want to export an image to put on your website or on social media? It used to be the case that there was never any good reason for exporting images over 72 pixels per inch when it was to be displayed on a screen, as that was the biggest resolution that screens came in back in the day. Today though, most phones and screens have much bigger resolutions than that, with the latest phones capable of a staggering 500 pixels per inch, which could make even our high-res 300 ppi print files seem small. However, I still think that 72 dpi, by the way, I will use ppi and dpi interchangeably. It just stands for dots per inch, which is actually what you're supposed to use when you're talking about printing, or ppi, pixels per inch, which is what you talk about when you're displaying it on a screen. Anyway, I still think that 72 dpi is sufficient for website and social media images. Maybe 144 ppi in some cases if you've got a really detailed image that you want people to be able to zoom in on a bit more. Keeping your image sizes smaller means that your website will load faster, and that's a thing that affects search engine ranking. And although bots and stealers are going to steal, you don't want to make it easy for them by uploading high-res images in the first place. So how do you convert your high-resolution Procreate images to low-resolution versions if Procreate is the only art software you use? Well, there are some free online tools for doing it, but it's actually really easy to do it from within Procreate itself. Once you've finished a piece of art, come out into the gallery and duplicate your entire canvas. This is a really important step because you want to be 100% sure that you have a high-res copy to go back to. Then inside your document, come up here and tap on the spanner and go to Canvas, Crop and Resize. Tap up here where it says Settings and we're going to toggle Resample Canvas. You'll see it will lock in this ratio up here. You can now change the DPI to 72 or 144 and enter the size you want your image to be. I'll use an Instagram square post as an example here, which is 1080 by 1080. You can then tap Done and you'll see your image being crunched down to that lower resolution, smaller file size. When you zoom in, you can see it's more pixely, but when you zoom out to the sort of size you'd be viewing it on an Instagram feed, you'll see there's not a whole lot of difference. Now you can export this as a PNG or a JPEG, but just don't forget to check which is your low-res or high-res version anytime you upload them somewhere. So there you go. That's how easy it is to export a low-res version of your artwork from Procreate. Just don't forget to do it with a copy of your canvas and not the original. Thank you for watching, and if you've got any other questions about this process, let me know in the comments, or if you've got any other topics you'd like me to make a video about. Don't forget to subscribe for tips like this every Wednesday, and I will see you soon.